And that was the last moment of Patrick Maqubela, allegedly been struck to death by his wife Thandi Maqubela. But wait, did she really kill him? And if yes, how did she manage to do it considering the fact that her husband was physically stronger than her? If you are asking yourself these questions, join me as we explore the journey of these to earthing up what could have transpired resulting to the death of Patrick Maqubela.
African Chronicles, your go-to channel for captivating stories of love, crime, and the pursuit of wealth across the African continent. Here, we delve into the lives of individuals whose stories have shaped and shaken nations, bringing you detailed accounts of passion, intrigue, and the human condition. Join us as we explore the heartbeats of Africa through tales of love, crime, and money. Subscribe, like, and share to stay updated with our latest stories.
Our story today begins in the luxurious Sea Point apartment where once a promising love story came to a tragic end. Thandi and Patrick Maqubela were a well-known South African couple whose relationship had everything, this including love, glamour, betrayal, and finally, death. Patrick Maqubela was born in 1953 in the Eastern Cape. He was a brave man, a former MK cadre who spent the 1980s as a political prisoner. He was released from Robben Island in 1990 and went on to hold important positions, including legal advisor to South African Airways. But by 2009, Patrick's life was falling apart. His law firm partners complained that he wasn't working or contributing money, and he was in deep debt, living beyond his means. He had two children, Duma and Patty, from a previous marriage that ended in 1982 due to his cheating. But let's take a pause and try to reflect about Patrick Maqubela's life. One of the questions we can ask ourselves is, was Patrick Maqubela divorce with her first wife a red flag? Could it be the reason which resulted to his death later in his life? Well, let us continue dig up on this story so as to understand what could have resulted to his death. Thandi Maqubela, born in 1954, was a successful businesswoman. She sold aloe-based products and had a taste for fashion, always looking elegant in midi dresses and statement sleeves. Thandi and Patrick had been together for over 30 years. They had two daughters together, and Thandi raised a third child, Sfundiseni, from a previous relationship. Despite their glamorous lives, their relationship had serious problems. From the look of things, this couple was well off financially. Patrick been a legal advisor of one of the biggest airline in Africa and later being a judge, and his wife been a successful businesswoman is a clear indication that the family was doing good financially. So none of them was depending on the other for financial support. But someone may ask himself what would make someone to kill his partner even though been well off financially. Well, let us see what was the motive behind the death of Patrick Maqubela. In 2007, Thandi discovered that Patrick was cheating on her with many young women. She started collecting proof photos, phone records, and hotel bills to show his affairs. She even confronted one of his lovers in Bloemfontein, who apologized and gave Thandi the cell phone Patrick had given her. Patrick's doctor said he seemed proud of his affairs, which hurt Thandi deeply. Let us be honest. In the first place, why would you marry someone knowing very well that you will end up cheating on them and breaking their hearts? Put yourself in this situation. You have married someone for the last 30 years, committing your love, your happiness, your joy, your energy, and everything unto him or her, only for them to end up cheating you with younger ones. I'm not justifying Thandi killing his husband, but if it was you, would you not do that? Anyway, let's continue with our story and see what went on after Thandi realized that her husband Patrick Maqubela, whom she had been married to for 30 years, was cheating her with multiple girls, who their age was that of their children. By 2009, their marriage was in trouble. On June 4th, Patrick told others that he wanted a divorce. The next day, June 5th, 2009, Patrick was found dead in his bed. Thandi was later charged with his murder. Investigators found out that Thandi tried to cover up Patrick's death. She forged his will to make herself the sole heir of his estate. The prosecution claimed that Thandi suffocated Patrick, possibly with cling film that had her fingerprints. The defense argued that Patrick died of natural causes, pointing to his high blood pressure. Thandi's background as a nurse played a significant role in the investigation. Patrick's body was found in a highly decomposed state. The prosecution suggested that Thandi, using her medical knowledge, turned up the heater and dressed Patrick in 2 sets of clothes to speed up the decomposition. This rapid decomposition made it difficult to determine the exact cause of death. The prosecution also believed Thandi may have used cling film to suffocate Patrick, a method she could have known from her medical training. The medical evidence on the cause of Patrick's death was inconclusive. The pathologist testified that natural causes were more probable, but the trial judge still convicted Thandi, citing her numerous lies and suspicious behavior as incompatible with innocence despite the lack of definitive forensic evidence. Thandi's actions after Patrick's death were suspicious. She sent messages from his phone, trying to make it look like he was still alive. Additionally, Thandi displayed strange behavior, including claiming to have had a vision of Patrick instructing her to sell their house. In November 2013, Thandi was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 18 years in prison, plus 5 years for forgery and fraud. But in 2017, her murder conviction was overturned. The Court of Appeal said the medical evidence suggested Patrick likely died of natural causes. Her forgery and fraud convictions stood, but the murder sentence was removed. Thandi then demanded her share of Patrick's estate, angering many who felt she didn't deserve it. The Maqubela case was a gripping story for South Africa, filled with details of infidelity, lies, and police corruption. The true cause of Patrick's death remains uncertain, adding to the tragic nature of their story. What started as a promising love ended in betrayal and tragedy, a cautionary tale of how dreams can be destroyed by ambition and deceit. If you found this story engaging, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating true crime stories. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads.